Welcome guys. This portion of the video is coming right before the video, if that makes any sense. I noticed that after I recorded this entire video, I did not talk in the main video about technique on how to sharpen a knife. And so I'm gonna rectify that, and then you guys are gonna see the video that I first did. So in the video, I will be using this stone to hone on. And the reason I don't talk about technique is because I have a holder. You guys are going to see it. But very importantly, I will talk about different techniques when we do freehand sharpening. And that will be on the second part. That's why I didn't include it in that one. But I feel like there's certain things I wanted to clarify. When you see me going back and forth, make sure that when you do that, you don't stay too long in one side and neglect the other side. So you will see me going like this and then going in that motion. You'll see me going like this and then in that motion. You want to keep the curvature of the piece that you're working on. That could be a razor, could be an axe head, whatever. You don't want to go and grind on one side, because then the edge in this way will be uneven. You say what I'm saying? And then towards the end, you want to be working it like that, right? Or like so. That way, in this way, it is evenly. And you will see that this is a this is a 325, I think, stone. So this is where I did the hard work. Then now I'm gonna go to a 1K. And the 1K, we're gonna do freestyle. And you'll see that I'm going to do that motion, but then I'm going to start doing that motion, where I'm covering the entire edge in one stroke, so it's as even as possible. So it's important that it's even from, from edge to the top of the bevel. But it's also important this way. If not, it's gonna look all jacked up and it's not gonna be a good edge. So that's all I wanted to say before this video starts. I'm going to input this in at the beginning, and then hope you enjoy it. See how I do this edge. I'm gonna explain a little bit better. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, and here's the video. Thank you for watching. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Today a little bit different. We're gonna be sharpening knives. So turns out I was not planning to do this video. I was restoring the edge on one of my friends' hunting knife, and as I am working on it yesterday, I was thinking like, shit, I should have started a video from the start on this one knife. So this first video is going to be the first phase when you have a knife, but this video specifically is what happens when you have a knife that doesn't have an edge formed. It doesn't have a bevel, right? It doesn't have that nice marked bevel. It's rounded off or has two bevels, so somebody took it and grind it and it looks like shit. So here is the knife that we're gonna be doing, and this is a beautiful knife, and this is a Solingen. So it's a German knife. It's a Solingen knife. Really nice. I really like this. Is a Anton Wingen Jr. I don't know much about knife brands other than the same brands that make razors. So the issue that I have with this knife, or that my friend had, is that somebody sharpened it for him years ago, and it had like two bevels. And so, meaning this portion here, for those that don't follow my channel and you just stumble through this, bevel is very common use for us in the straight razor world, but the bevel will be that line, the line where the edge is, right? So I had like two. So right now, hopefully you guys can see it. It has like a black line. I use a Sharpie to mark it, and then I am restoring that line to do a a hands-free, I guess, sharpening of this knife. So the method that I like for, especially if I'm doing this for a friend or whatnot, to restoring that bevel is using this DMT guide. And this guide is intended to be used with their system, kind of like a Lansky system where they have the rods and the stones and you go at it. But this costs like $5. And so I'm gonna show you how I use this. It's kind of cheating, but it's for a friend. It's not for me, so I want that edge to be nice. So let's get to it to not make this video too long. So I'm gonna be using DMT, Chapton, I'm sorry, not DMT, Chapton ceramic stone. This one's like a 250, 300, I can't remember, 350. I have a video on this stone. You can check it out. It's an amazing stone for razors, and it works pretty good for knives as well. And the beautiful thing about this guide is that you basically set up by using these notches here. You set up the length, and then you will be setting up the angle. So depending on what you're gonna use that knife for, you might want a more acute angle or more fat angle, right? But this video series that I'm gonna start doing, I'm gonna finish this for you guys on video. I figured to I asked my friend if I could keep her for a little while I do the entire process. This is a beginner's guide. We're not gonna go into detail on the angles or anything like that. But basically what I did is I followed the lead on the original bevel on it, and somebody put a less acute angle on it, so it had like a double edge. So the great thing about this DMT guide is that it will keep, if you have a nice flat surface on the side, you set it up and you can set the angle that you want that razor to, to use the razors, that knife to ride. So let's see how it works. So if I go back and forth, which I will because I'm trying to take a lot of material off. It won't let you, it will just, it's a guide. It will keep you straight, right? So that black line that I show you guys is the Sharpie. So once all that black line leaves, I get rid of all that black line. That means that I have a nice straight bevel. Now, the issue that you have, hopefully you guys can hear me. There's a noise of sharpening. The issue that you will encounter with this guide is that it's not very easy to go from one stone to the other one, because even if you have set it up, then you have to find the same height stone. You have to, and it is never going to be perfect, because some stones will wear faster than others, and so you're never gonna have two stones exactly the same height. So when you're going to the next stone in your progression, your edge might not look right. So all I'm doing is following that bevel. All right, so let's see where we're at. So right now, I'm looking fairly good here. Still have a line right there on the edge, and a little bit on the tip, and I have some here in the front. So this is the roughest stone I have, so it's gonna take a while. So from now on, I'm probably gonna be fast forwarding this portion so you don't have to listen to me, and or I might cut it a little bit so you guys don't have to suffer through this. But basically, I'm just gonna keep going, and a lot of you are not used to seeing me using any type of holding tools. I try not to. I don't like. I like doing the freestyle, if you will, of sharpening and honing and stuff like that. But in this case, I'm showing you a cheat. Once you have that edge nicely marked, nicely done, then doing the freehand is so much easier, because now you can follow it so much easier. You can feel it. Starting a bevel freehand could be challenging. Done it before. I've only done it with my knives, and it takes a while because you can't go crazy like I am right now unless you're really good holding an angle, right? Especially if you care about the appearance of the knife. This is not my knife, so I do quite a bit care about how it looks when I return it to my friend. So I'm gonna keep working on this. You guys are gonna see fast forward. I might cut it a little bit, and then we'll come right back. Alright guys and gals, right now I have come to a point where I'm happy. I already stopped with the heavy grinding, and right now what I'm trying to do is ensure that we have a nice point, and that the edge, that bevel, when I look at it, is the same on both sides. So we're about to start doing, so I started doing similar strokes from one side to the other one, and I'm gonna show you what we have so far. All right, let's take this off. Let's see, guys. I have a crazy mess here. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check, and I'm ensuring that the edge feels the same as grabby throughout, and right now it is, right? Might need a little bit right here, this portion, but we're still sharpening. We should be good. So let me show you how it looks now. Let's see if you guys can see it. Hopefully you guys can see it over there. So right now we have a straight edge from the from the heel all the way to what the toe would be. All right. Now that we have a track for us to keep going in the progression. So right now it's looking really good. Now it will be ideal if we could still use this, right? But we're gonna do this by hand. I'm gonna show you how I do it by hand and how this I was gonna say razor again, how this knife is gonna look after we finish. And the challenge that I was telling you about by using this guide is, like, right now I have this stone. This will be my next stone, Chosera 1000. It looks almost the same height, but it's not. So for me to make it the same height, I will have to get a level and everything, and then try to use this attached to it, and then go from there. That's not needed. I think by hand it works just as well, if not better. You get a better sense of accomplishment. Like I mentioned, I usually do this by hand, free hand, but in this case we're gonna do it this way, and it's already sharp. It's very toothy. Obviously this will work for, you know, the woods, I guess. But there you guys have it. This will be my first video in the series. Please subscribe, click that like button, and next video we'll go to the 1K. We'll be completely with no guide, no help. We'll be sharpening this beautiful knife. We'll probably do the 1K and the 4K, and then from there we'll go to the 8K to get some of a mirror finish on it. And you guys have it. Thank you for watching.